Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the
Hi.
Simply Together show. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
I'm just a little bit annoyed because the clouds are coming and the washing is not out yet. But it's been sunny
Why
all
is the washing
morning.
out? What have you been doing all morning?
Working. Working, you know? What a question. What a question. It's not still day off, it's working day.
I wasn't joking. I myself.
Anyway, I hope you people have been out there and enjoyed that sun whilst it's there because it looked glorious. So we have a number of guests coming on today, but first of all, how are you doing, Nike?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm very excited for the guests we're going to speak to, but myself personally, I'm very well, thank you. I'm learning to get more consistent with things, which is what one of my major goals for this year. So God is blessing me with that. Yes.
You set that as an intention then?
Yes, it was indeed. And I think I've taken a bit more of a step-by-step approach as opposed to normally I'd be all gung-ho and then I'll be tired out in the first quarter. And then I'll be like, oh dear, where is me? I can't do that. But no, so yes, we're very well, thank you.
Good. We've got Shelley in the background. How you doing? She's been to the hairdressers. She's looking a bit glam.
Yeah.
The only time you ever see the hair straight and down, yes. Unless I'm going out.
Oh, dear.
Lovely.
Good. I just want to share a little something. Not to make it all doom and gloom before we even start, but I don't know if any of you have seen on Facebook, there's a notice from the Luton police that somebody was injured at Leagrave Station this morning. And it's just really, I don't know why it's stuck in my head because I've lived by the railway station for about 36 years. I've been here for years. I see the trains going past every flipping day. Once you're in, you just don't, you know, they're there and you don't hear them. You know that thing, you get used to it, etc., etc. But this morning, I can literally feel that there are no trains going past. Now, people have been injured and hurt and, you know, all those terrible things that have happened. But this is the first time I've actually really noticed for about 2 or 3 hours, there were no trains. And now I think in the last hour, I've seen about 3. And it's really bizarre.
Because the speed with which you learned what had happened.
No, because I learned that this first thing this morning.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Traditionally, before social media and quick news updates per se, you would have only wondered, well, oh, I haven't heard any trains. I wonder what's going on. And you wouldn't have been as acutely aware.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that could be it. And I think also other times that notice doesn't come till once they've started doing what they're doing, or I haven't been sat at my desk in my office, whereas I am sat here and I can literally hear no trains. And it was just really bizarre. But I don't know what's happened to the persons. I hope they're okay. But yes, I just thought I would share that because it feels really eerie. You know, when you drive down the motorway and there's been an accident and the road is all closed and you don't realise that until you literally see no cars.
Yeah.
It's that same kind of feel. But other than that, I'm fine. So, Pam's here. Hello, Auntie Pam.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. I am going to hand you over to Nike because she's so excited. So I'm going to hand you over and then I will come back after.
Oh my God. Yes, we are excited. We're always excited. So, hello, Pam. Welcome.
Hello, Nike. Thanks for having me. Haven't been on the show for ages.
Oh, I know. But just for the people who don't understand why I would be so excited to speak to you, just generally, could you just tell them a little bit about yourself, how we know you?
So I am Pamela, and I am part of the Life in a Lockdown crew.
Yeah.
One, book 2, life inner and out of lockdown, and this is my Life in a Lockdown family.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wow. So what have we been up to lately? What brings you here today?
So what brings me here today is Merlina Pearl, the musical, written by another one in the Life in a Lockdown family, the Mrs. Janetti Barrett, lyricist B herself, used to look after and care for Merlina. So she has written a production, and yeah, it shows on Friday in Birmingham, which is totally sold out, and then here in Luton on the 28th of June. So yeah, it's about one woman's journey. Her mummy told her she had to answer the call. So she came over on the HMT Windrush in 1948, met up with some friends, well, you know, formed relationships on the ship, met her husband, and yeah, we talk about her journey from Jamaica to England, what she experienced when she arrived with the other passengers, right through to her the end.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So just to go back, I'm just curious, especially like for the people listening. Obviously, the production was written by Janetti, but how did Janetti actually come across that information?
Janetti came across the information because Janetti is Jan Care. She'd cared for her, and Merlina told her story.
Okay.
And yeah, for us all, it's a bit of legacy, I suppose, because we can all relate or resonate in some form or other with the story that has been written. So yeah, she asked the family if she could, you know, tell mummy's tale, and they gave her permission. So yeah, we've all...
Wow, that's fantastic. So how did you in particular come to be involved in it?
Okay, so since our Life in a Lockdown experience, she kept saying to me, I'm going to get you on the stage. And it's like, oh, no. The last thing I've done was Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat in, I think, junior school. That wasn't that. And she put the call out and I answered it, I think, last year. So one of the scenes that we're doing, I performed last year. And then when she said, I'm going to do it again this year, are you in? And I just thought, oh, why not? I'm a bit quirky at home anyway, so I might as well just take it to the stage. Might as well take me madness to the stage.
Oh, wow. So you got a taste of it then?
Yeah, I've got 2 characters, which is Sibeth, who's coming over from Jamaica. Bit fearful while getting on the plane. Bit of a quirky character. Has no filter. Calls it as she sees it. Yeah, I think that's a bit of me anyway. And Joy, who is Merlina's niece. Hard done by, hard life, likes to shout it from the rooftops, but loves her cousin Bern, who is played by Natrell Mystic, who's the level-headed one, had the nice upbringing. But yeah, when come together, it complements very well.
Wow, that's really good. So, in relation to, because obviously I have an interest in all things to do with Black people in general. Obviously, oh, we've got Curly.
Curly's just popped up on the screen. Hi, Curly.
Blessings to be here.
Welcome.
Now, Nikki, I don't want. Now the focus has to be on Curly as he's in the house. So you need to ask him some questions.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're about caught up with Pam. So Kelly, this is for myself as well. Could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to be involved with this play?
Yeah, so I'm based in Birmingham city centre, and I'm a local poet. I visit schools, do lots of work, and I came across Janet's work last year when she did a play around Christmas time, and I was really like taken aback by the impact it had, because it was for the community, by the community. And prior to that, though, I had a little meeting with her, because we put a little call out around Birmingham just for artists, just to know who's on the scene and that sort of thing. So I did meet her, and then I got to see her play, as I mentioned. And then more recently, an opportunity came up where she said there were no anyone who might be able to take part in the production, just a couple of lines. And I says, well, I thought about it, and I thought, no, you know what? I don't really know anybody at this short notice, but I'm a somebody.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
And I thought, you know what? There's no better opportunity right now than to get involved with working with Janet, help where I can, and also just be able to honour something that really deeply resonates with my heritage, obviously my grandmother and her story, and to be a character that she may have encountered. You know, I'm able to go back in time for a little bit and just appreciate that window of that era, that particular social dynamic that was going on at the time, the political dynamic, you know, the whole post-colonial period and the rebuilding of England during post-World War II. And just to get to flesh that out a bit more, and just to reconnect with my grandmother as well. You know, she's passed now. But I must admit, though, you know, going through this process has been very cathartic. And I think anyone who comes to see the play will see, I think, just how much time and effort has gone into this play.
Yeah.
From Janetti's perspective, all the work that she's done, thousands and thousands of hours putting on productions, and the heart and soul that she's put into this story, and she's honouring the legacy of so many people in this play. This is kind of like our shared history that we get to be curators of, that we don't normally get the opportunity to do, you know. And so, yeah, it's not only an honour, but I think it's also our duty to tell our stories.
Wow, that's amazing. It is. It's really good, and it's a big voice, because obviously there's a collective there telling the story of this one person, and like I said, people will come and watch it. You know, hopefully people will learn something from it, because even now, just listening to you, I'm thinking, I can already see the type of impact that it could have. You know?
Yeah, we've all got a history, and we've all got mountains to climb. Wouldn't it be good if we had some examples to go back to of people who've climbed mountains that they didn't expect to climb, that they were, you know, exploited on during the journey, and the lessons that of character that they had to, you know, evoke. You know, we can definitely learn from their examples. You know, we're going through our period of challenges now, and there's a lot there from the past that we can and should definitely draw upon. You know, to stand on their shoulders, because that's surely what they would want for us to do. You know, not to waste all those sacrifices that they made on our behalf, stepping 100%. Into the unknown. You know, so we're going to honour them by trying to take the best of the lessons that they taught us, so we can pass them on. And it's our turn now, as you know, in our era, in our generation, to try and do that for our youngers. You know, and pass that on.
Yeah, that is really amazing as well, because when you think about, you mentioned the challenges of today, a lot of the politics going on, especially around where we are and across the pond, where it's quite evident that they are actually trying to rewrite, and that's my personal opinion, what I take away, some of the history. So when you've got something like this that comes up from the community, from people, you know, like from real life people, you know, at the end of the day, this person is has been in people of my age's life who are still here.
Yeah.
So, you know, the more, and obviously the internet is forever. So that's really amazing. That's really one of the things I appreciate about plays and stories like this. So, so before this, Kelly, had you participated in any plays before?
You know, it's interesting. I was listening to Pam a little bit earlier when she mentioned about Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat at school. I've got a story about that. It didn't put me off the theatre though, but I've got actual photo evidence. Me and another and another pupil of melanated descent. We was in this play for our year, and the role that we were cast were the two slaves on either side of the king at the time that Joseph comes to meet. And so during the course of the play, I'm just there like this, being a slave, man. That's my me cutting my teeth in the theatre. Basically in my grey high-tech trainers and such, wearing this bit of cloth, standing there like that for half an hour. So,
oh my god!
This is the 80s.
How old were you?
I was about 10, 11. This is the 80s we're talking about now. So things were a little bit different then, but now I get to be in the play. That's a bit more significant, should I say, you know, and a bit more fitting for my capabilities. I think.
Oh my days! Oh.
But no.
Wow. Somebody said, yeah, okay. We've got a little bit of a secret recording of the rehearsal.
Yeah.
Wow. Honestly, I'm really gutted that I can't attend. The other question I'm going to ask you, Pam, because you mentioned that the tickets in Birmingham are sold out. Do we still have tickets left for the showing on the 28th?
Yes, we do.
Okay,
we
so
have those bums on seats on the 28th. We'd like Birmingham, for Luton to be sold out because, you know, it's a powerful story. Some of the songs, especially, they're a mix of are going to make you sit up and listen, and some of them are going to have you rolling in laughter.
Wow.
So there is the balance of getting out the knowledge and sharing the story, but yeah, there's a bit of drama. You know, there's a bit of drama in there. That's why I'm there.
Wow.
Miss, I've got
a campaign. We need another tweet. So do we have any further plans after this? Do we know?
We would really. We've been asked if it's going to be shown in London. So far, we've sort of stepped it up a bit. So it was shown in London. Parts of it were shown in London before. It's been shown in Birmingham twice. Now it's come to Luton. So hopefully we can get it over that line and also get it shown in London. So we'll see what we can do.
Right. Okay. And if people want to get tickets for Friday, where do they go about? How do they get there?
They will go to Hat Factory's booking system, because it's can't pay on the door, it's online only. So I would suggest, if you're thinking about, I'll see, and wait till Friday and come along and pay on the door, sorry, that won't be happening. It has to be online ticket sales only.
Right.
I do believe it's £12.50 plus booking fee for adult and £8 concession, so plus booking fee. So yeah, get those tickets. We'd love for you to come out and see us and join in. Because some of the songs you can sing along to. Because I know some of them you'll be bouncing, especially the one Bertie's singing. Oh, even the cast, we're not even supposed to be singing it, and you can hear us in the background singing away and dancing away. It's not even our song.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. That does sound amazing. I mean, obviously, we want you to go and watch it. I mean, left to me, because I could just keep them here talking about it more and more. But guys, and I can tell you, I have been to productions that Janetti has put on. It is well worth it, even if you don't know the subject matters. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I've got to go here. In my head, I'm still calculating, thinking,
we actually spoke as a group and thought, we've had recordings, so we've had the benefit of listening back to what we've actually done. And last week, I think it just suddenly dawned on us, oh my gosh, this would be an absolutely amazing audio.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Well, even without having seen the play, I definitely know that I would pay for it. And also, the other thing, just go back to the point we made earlier, is that it is history being written. And obviously, we do have to be grateful to the family of Belinda and people like that for sharing the story, because there's so much going on that makes us need to know that information.
I'll show you this bit of rehearsal.
Shirley, before you go into that bit of the rehearsal, that was dropped on us a couple of weeks ago. We all decided that Janetti put into the group, how about we do some dancing? So she had volunteers. So yeah, this is a bit of what happened.
Oh, let's see. Wow.
Proper dancing.
I know.
And that was our first session on Saturday.
Wow. So, as you have performed this in Birmingham already once, is it still the same? Do you kind of tweak it, add things to it, or it's always exactly the same?
No, it's a revamp.
It's a revamp.
It's a revamp.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's certain bits that are the same, but there are bits that, she's added the dance, she's added the singing. We were singing a few songs before, but the ones that she's added into the mix are.
Wow, that's amazing. So thank you very much. So I'm going to ask you, kind of, because obviously I know Pam, we are both in part of the Life Inner and Outer lockdown crew. Apart from this, is there anything else that you do that you would like to promote that we need to get the credentials for?
Sorry, can you just repeat that? It's a little crackly then. Sorry.
Yeah, there is a bit of crackling. I was wondering where that was coming from. It can't be me because I haven't got a microphone or anything going on here. Okay, now I was just asking basically about yourself, about if you've got anything else that you would like to promote.
I'm gonna be doing quite a bit of a Black History Month. I'm looking to curate some Black History Month resources for colleges, universities. Done some stuff just recently with Birmingham City University with some of their feeder schools around literacy attainment.
Okay.
But a big part of what we offer in terms of education, my organisation, so to speak, is curating 100 hours of Black history curriculum. So by the people again, for the people, local histories, and hoping that this play might form part of that as well.
Okay.
I think there's a whole lot of enriching nutritional goodness from this play that will, I think, benefit a lot of people on every level, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And it's all educational. All knowledge is self-knowledge. So, yeah, I think this is
That's fantastic. Thank
the
you. We
arts.
just had somebody else join us. Okay.
Yeah, so you've got Demetrius there. So if you have just a quick chat with Demetrius, Nike, and then I'll move on to our other guest.
All right. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So, Demetrius, I'm making the assumption that you're also part of this production. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I am. I'm Demetrius Dixon. I play Harold in the Merlina Pearl musical.
Okay.
Over in Luton on the 28th of June, 2024. Yeah, I'm showing the journey of Harold from Melina Pearl's journey there. And on the role, you know, I play a role which has some seriousness, but he has a wide personality. He has a wild personality, and he's very welcoming and charming. And you'll see that in the play when you see it. Harold comes from a Christian upbringing, and his father, being a pastor, already being in England, he shows that he wants to walk in the righteous way. And then on the play, although he gets seasick, he's not a stranger to traveling outside of Jamaica, which is where he's from. And Harold himself served in the Royal Air Force in the war, and he's a conscious man of intelligence and deep insight, and he's very organized. My way to being in this play, I come across Janetti in an actual play over in Wolverhampton, where I'm from. She was doing the gesture, and from there I connected with her, and you know, found myself being involved. And obviously, I'm very passionate about the Windrush generation and kind of depicting that story on there.
Wow. Oh, this is honestly absolutely sounds amazing. I'm just going to ask one last quick question now. It's a collective question to all of you, because obviously we all use that term, the Windrush generation. And I have been hearing like little whispers. I think some people are quite not very keen on it for various reasons. And I was just worried. I'm curious about your thoughts, because.
Okay.
Do you know,
I would say for me is how I would identify.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I think it's quite an iconic name, because the minute I hear it, you know, you conjure up what you think you know. And but yeah, it's just I just think it's this thing where people just question everything. And I was just curious, just as you just mentioned it there. So, wow, it sounds amazing, guys. Honestly, don't be like me. Get your tickets. Don't miss out.
Yeah.
And hopefully you will, you know, you will have good things. Well, it's not even hopefully. I know that you will have good things to report. So all that's left for me to do now is to say thank you so much for coming, everybody. It's been a great pleasure. And yeah.
I've got a question before you go, Nico. I've got a question. So the question you just asked, where did that come from?
The rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You know me.
The rabbit hole is the internet.
I listen to everything. The reason why I asked the question is not because I necessarily believe it when I hear it, but I just think people say things. Sometimes they say it for effect. Sometimes they say it for clicks. Sometimes they themselves have heard it and they haven't necessarily verified it. And so I just like asking questions of people, you know, like our good selves, because I trust your judgment, and I just want to think, okay, so I wasn't mad to dismiss it, because sometimes you could dismiss something and actually it's a real thing. That's why I asked those questions.
What do you think then?
What to do? Oh no, I definitely like the idea of having a name, a banner. Like, I agree with Demetrius, that can be identifying, and you know, as human beings, we definitely always want to identify and be part of something where we feel we belong. So 100%.
Be interesting to know where it came from.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
Well, you can. Do you want to go down that rabbit hole and find out? Because I know you like to know those things.
I know, but emphasis on the word rabbit hole.
So do a bit of research and let's see where that actually came from. I'd just be interested to know who actually said it and why they said it.
So.
Anyway.
All right. Well, like I was about to say, thank you so much. Honestly, it has been a pleasure.
Can I do a quick shout out? I've just seen Munya's name in the chat. Hi, Munya. I've not seen you for ages. Hope you're well.
None of us have been
those
for
spoon
ages.
trees up.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So yes,
Right.
so I'm just going to do my acrobats now and see what I can do. But thank you so much. How do you do it? It's like this, isn't it? Yes, much love. Yeah, boom. Yeah, that's right.
Get your tickets, people. Get your tickets.
Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Thanks.
So, I think everyone's disappearing. They're all disappearing. I am now going to, Shelley is going to bring on Savoya. Hello.
Hello. It's been a long time. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just relating to your story about the whole person on the train, because I had to go to a work meeting in Birmingham and there was a body on the line when I came out of Euston, which affected Luton and literally had everyone in a headlock in London, couldn't get out. And then on the way home, couldn't get home because somebody else was on the train line. And I don't know if he was alluding to, in one day. So what should have been quite a short round trip between Luton, Birmingham, an hour and a half, maybe, turned into that kind of nightmare journey. And it just, I don't know if he was alluding to where we are with our mental health with so much going on, why maybe you notice so much that some things are just happening too often.
Yeah. I think it does feel like
we live next to the train station. I'm in London. We see it all the time. Like you'll be on the tube and somebody tube's delayed. And I remember in London, people never used to get quite angry. And I'm like, there's somebody's family getting some very sad news.
Yeah.
About a loved one, especially in this current climate.
I think sometimes what we do, especially people who are going to work and stuff like that, and they're commuting, I think sometimes they get very caught up with, I need to get where I'm going to, and this is going to make me late, or I've got to do this, or I've got to do that. And I think it's only when I'm hoping that when they actually sit back and think about it, they then can recognize that that's actually somebody's family member. And whatever has happened was not happened to stop you from getting to work.
Somebody gave up, was given another chance to do something and gave up.
Exactly.
So today as well. But it was just interesting. And you mentioned it, I just thought, gosh.
Yeah.
Because it's the second one. And that was at the beginning of the month. And I was trying to get into London, and one of the trains was certainly not working properly because of this incident outside Euston. And it just really, caused a lot of issues. And I just couldn't believe on the way there and on the way back in one day, I was just like, everybody knows that to get on the train, you normally get it on at the platform. We are not on the tracks.
Yeah.
For any reason whatsoever.
So anybody, thanks for putting that up, Shelley. Anybody who is suffering with their mental health, even you just feel not feeling yourself, there are places that you can go and talk to somebody. There's the Hub of Hope, there's the Samaritans, there are plenty of places that you can go and talk to somebody, so please try and reach out. Just please try and reach out. I know when somebody gets as far as the train station, they're most probably thinking that there is no way out of this. So if you can try and reach out, then that would be wonderful. Call the police. They'll come and take you. They'll come and they'll take you. Go to your local hospital. Talk to your neighbour. I don't know. There's ways of reaching out.
There's Luton Total Wellbeing as well. That does the online seminars. I'm sure you can access some services from them locally as well.
Anyway, what are you doing here? What have you come to tell us? What have you come to share with us? What do before you tell us about Saturday? Tell me a bit about you. What do you do?
I'm an adopted Lutonian who loves the place. I should.
Can you say that aloud?
I'm an adopted Lutonian, so it's friendly people like you, Dee, and everyone else, Shelley, who make me feel very welcome. I pass through town, I've got people to talk to, and I love living here, and I've lived here for a very long, long time.
See, there are people that still love Luton. I'm one of them, and so are you. Excellent.
Exactly.
And what do you do whilst you're here in Luton?
I'm a fundraiser for a charity, and I cover Luton and Bedfordshire and Hertfordshire for that charity in terms of fundraising. Girl about town, so you see me at local events. Local community disruptor, I don't know, lots of things, and co-chair of United Luton, United Luton Caribbean and African Committee, which I do with my fellow co-chairs Tamar Lavender Robertson.
We've had Tamar on a couple of times. Yes. Okay, so what does that committee do?
So we are a young fledgling committee that was brought together by Councillor Jacqueline Burnett and co-founder and director Lorna Markland of ACCDF. They are the original co-founders, Women About Town, long-standing members of the community who started the Luton Civic Windrush event back in 2019. So that's before the world shut down. And then got us together to support with handing on that baton to continue to tell the Windrush story as descendants.
Fantastic. So what's happening then on Saturday?
What's happening
on Saturday?
Well, as a committee, so the world, 2019, world shut down. Then we were just, with restriction easing, we came back with the support of Lorna to form the committee. And the first event we did as a committee with support and management of ACCDF was in 2021. And we've obviously continued from then. And basically the civic event is to honour and celebrate our Windrush generations. And that's to celebrate and give those their flowers that are still here to, because we are on the shoulder of giants.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And there's some mighty giants in the Lutonian community. Mrs. Rosie Allen being one of them, who's 103. Right. So that's before Instagram. That's before. Wow. She survived 2 world wars and a pandemic. So
wow,
it just shows what kind of people we are, and who we descend from. When I say that we are on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah.
So the event is honoring and celebrating, honoring those that are no longer with us, but also those that have still experienced and going through the Windrush scandal as well. And that has to be noted.
So this event on Saturday then?
Yes.
There's going to be a flag raising ceremony.
Yes, there's going to be flag raising, minute silence, as well as a program that enables us to showcase our talents as well. And it's involving a number of local as well as our county counterparts in Hertfordshire Hitchin as well. So it's expanded, as well as Hillborough Primary School, because our history is our history to tell the story, but it's an invitation to the wider community as well. So Hillborough Junior Primary School is just an example of being with us right from the start, in always kicking off with a song and dance to get you moving, as well as a great program of talent that's coming from another group, which I'm not going to say too much because you've got the leaflet, and basically just book your ticket because the weather's good, folks. We're going to be on the steps of the town hall on a Saturday afternoon. It's going to be warm. There's going to be no rain because the prayer warriors are out Yeah, and it's an opportunity for you to learn, enjoy our culture, and celebrate and honor with us.
That sounds fantastic. Absolutely
And
does.
just know the reason why you've got to book your ticket, because if you don't have your ticket, you won't be able to access the Caribbean buffet at the end.
Okay. Okay.
When I say you don't have a ticket, it will be dependent on numbers. So
Fantastic. Okay, so
experience that aspect of our culture if you haven't experienced Caribbean food. And for those of us that we do eat it, just means we don't have to cook it for ourselves on a Saturday evening.
and that's the thing, isn't it? It's, you know, it's, we have experienced it before, but actually that means we don't have to cook. That is brilliant.
And not only that, it's also connecting together. It's an opportunity to meet, and I'm sure many of our elders from the community will be out and about, so it's an opportunity for them to connect again, for us to celebrate them. It's an opportunity to learn about our local history and stories. You don't need to be famous. We're all part of history, and make up the tapestry of what makes up Luton, the great town that it is. For all the problems it may have, we are the solution, and we need to know our past so that we can understand our present to create the future.
Excellent. How do people get tickets? Where do they need to get them from?
They need to get them from Eventbrite, and I'm sure that the wonderful Shelley has shared that Eventbrite link. So please book, because once the tickets are sold, that's it. That will inform our caterer. And if you're not on the list, you're not getting in. That's for sure.
So obviously the flag raising itself is going to be outside.
Yes, some of the event will kick off outside, and with the Caribbean buffet on the inside. We are still on contingency just to make sure the weather is on point.
Yeah.
But predictions from the Met Office is giving us the green light. But, you know, we wouldn't be British if we weren't talking about the weather.
I know. Like
I said, we've all got a shared history and culture. More
Definitely.
in common than sometimes we are different.
And also more in common than people actually think as well.
Exactly. Like I said, it's a shared history. Yeah. It's a shared history. It's a shared story of why we came here. And as you would have heard from your previous guests, which I'm gutted that I can't go because I've got another event. So I hope it does come back to Luton. I hope it does sell out. And I hope that they come back and continue to do it, because we've got to keep on telling our story.
Yeah.
So that people really understand where we come from, why we do what we do, and why some of the things that you do see in current British culture, where it actually comes from.
And the thing is that, I mean, obviously I'm born and bred in Luton, and there is a huge Caribbean community.
Basically, there's a Caribbean community that did not land in London. Yeah, there's a life outside London, and I'm a Londoner. My parents, that obviously
there is a life outside of London.
Yes, Black people arrived outside of London, folks, and been here a long time.
They have, and the different islands that they came from, they all kind of, so my family come from Jamaica, and who came along with them? There was brothers, there was sisters, there was cousins, there was friends up the road, you know, and they all kind of settled in one area, and all of our family and those friends as well, and that extended family all kind of came together. And then you've got people from a different island, you know, so from Jamaica, from St. Lucia, they then came, and the same thing, their families all lived around the same area. It's fascinating. It is absolutely fascinating.
There is a fascinating African heritage history. Obviously, some of it, it does date back to slavery when you look at the names in London, like Jamaica Road, etc. But there is also that very modern Windrush history again as well, which sometimes doesn't look evident to everybody, but it's very much there. And it's also drawing that out, and that's why our event is really important as well, because we're providing the piece in the puzzle to the African heritage community, Caribbean community outside of London, here in Luton, Bedfordshire,
Fantastic.
to be precise.
So Shelley's just put, she loves celebrating all of the different cultures and the food.
Food is important. Food makes you happy because your belly's filled, and it's even better when someone cooks it for you. And it's interesting to explore different tastes and have those conversations and learn about others.
Yeah.
And, you know, you'll see our program is an inclusive program as well. So, yes, we look forward to seeing all everyone. And yeah, it's going to be in town centre. So like I said, you can't miss it because there's only one place to be, isn't it? At Arndale or the North Point. What's it called now? The North Point, the Point or something. But
I haven't got a clue. I don't know.
It's got a new name. It's not the Arndale, but that's what everyone tells me. So you just shows the history of like, it's the Arndale. I'm like, what's that?
Of a certain age, if you are of a certain age, then you know it as the Arndale. Just like Hatter's Way is the new road. If you're of a certain age, it was the new road. It wasn't named. It's always been Hatter's Way. But to explain it, everyone was like, "Oh, if you drive down the new road."
All these local histories are really, really important. Sorry, you don't need to be famous. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
drive down the new road. It's still the new road, and I think it's been there about 20 years. Maybe, Shelley?
A bit longer than that.
Oh gosh, okay.
I think that's before I was born.
So yes, there's so the town hall. So it starts at 3.
Starts at 3, but be there before 2 ideally. And like I said, if you don't have a ticket, well, if you don't have a ticket, doesn't mean you can't observe, but we will have a specific area to make sure those that have any disability will be able to be seated, etc. And like I said, there will be no entry for the Caribbean buffet if you haven't booked.
So get onto Eventbrite, everybody. Get your tickets because it's a real important event, and we want to celebrate Luton and the Caribbean and African community that are in Luton. So get your tickets. Get down there. And fingers crossed, the Met Office are telling the truth, and it's going to be
unlike our politicians. But sorry, it's not even Friday, so it's not even #Funny Friday. But anyway,
Wednesday.
You like that, Nico?
Oh my god, that was funny. I'm going. Ooh, she never went there. She did.
That's why you have to be careful when you invite me to the show. Press that disconnect button quick.
Well, you're just telling the truth. So hey ho.
But we are definitely telling the truth. We are definitely celebrating. We are definitely honoring. You will definitely learn something. And if you book a ticket, there is an opportunity to experience Caribbean food at its finest. No lies told.
Wonderful.
And it's a free event, so free entertainment in this cost of living crisis as well.
Yeah. So that's absolutely brilliant. So Saturday, 3 p.m. at the town hall. Get yourself there a bit earlier. And you
get a good spot, a good visual.
Exactly. Don't be complaining
because you will get you moving and get you singing as well. Excellent.
Right then, so we will have you back on another time when you've got other things going on as well. Anything you want to share, just let us know.
Yeah, I'll always be in touch. Like I said, girl about town.
Brilliant. Have we got anything else, Shelley, before we leave?
No, I think that was it. There was all the links to
you shared everything
stuff that's been going on. Yeah, it's all in there, and it's all on our pages as well. So yeah. There's no excuse.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say goodbye then on behalf of everybody, and we will see you again next week, same time, 12 noon. Have a good week. See you
Enjoy.
all.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice to see you, Soraya.